X. The livest one in the section. With the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You would run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Lightweight, baby. It's time to bleed this morning. Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. I'm on a little earlier because I got things to do today. So I'm gonna be here long. Be here for about maybe an hour or so. So, you know, had to come on just a little bit earlier, y'all. Smash the like button. Like, share the video, whatever it is you do. Do it as if you do. I mean, I know y'all a little confused. You're like, damn it. Oh my gosh. So, you know, it's a lot going on in boxing. And I keep telling y'all gonna turn around and this sport gonna be dead. You're gonna have to look for boxing on the UHF channels. Y'all even know what a UHF is? The UHF knob? Y'all know what, how many, let me see how old y'all are. Y'all know what the UHF knob is on the TV? Y'all know what it is to have a black and white TV in your kitchen? While your mom's cooking in that hot ass kitchen in the South? The black and white TV in the kitchen with the aluminum foil and coat hanger antenna. Nothing on the conventional channels 2 through 13, so you got to go to channel 0 and turn the UHF knob, getting Spanish channels and stuff. When you have to do that to watch boxing, just remember how we got there. And everybody, well, now that I couldn't even fit everybody on here, but I couldn't even add the promoters. We're being hustled. All this posturing and, oh, we're gonna do this fight because, you know, this fight ain't worth anything, and, you know, we gotta let it marinate. All this marinating. Meanwhile, HBO died. All this marinating and not getting what we want. Showtime died. Didn't see that coming. The zone slides through. Got $360 million for Canelo, and they ain't got money for nobody else. Right? Yeah, Hustle-Mania. This is definitely turned into the WWE. See, we got in the building. Son of Tank, Steve L. the Mac, Bud, Copper, what's good? Cassandra, Sam Mack, BFTB in the building. Rick Blackwell, Steve L. the Mac, G. McCall, Andrew Gray, Cop Aborigine. Salute, y'all. Let's get straight to the smoke. I ain't got much time. We're being hustled. The boxing has definitely turned into the WWE. That's why you see my ass up there with the Magneto helmet. I mean, everybody got a gimmick, right? So I'll be the bastard of magnetism. Goddamn right. Boxing is now a hustle. You know, these guys are hustling the fans. And as long as they keep doing it, I'll talk about it and I'll point out the violations. You know, y'all do what y'all want. Y'all choose to support these guys or not. You know, and what sucks is there's a lot of talent. At no point did you hear me say that any of these guys suck, with the exception of one mofo, but we'll get to him in a second. Shemaine, Demon, what up? Snoop Mac, what up? But I'm telling you, everything that I'm going to mention right here on this live, it's all leading to the death and destruction of the sport that we claim we love. Y'all see this? I'm telling you, the writing's on the walls, and y'all are not paying attention. You see a lot of people of these Johnny-come-latelys. I can tell when I read someone like, let's say someone disagrees with us in the chat. You know, you see it a lot, and it's like their argument. You ever been, I'll give you an example. Let's say, all right, I was just watching 78's live stream, and somebody came in there. He did a pop-up live. When was it? Was it Saturday? Was it Saturday? Well, I forget, but it was this weekend. It was a pop-up live. He didn't go on at a normal time. And somebody says something at his live, and it's like, this happens a lot. Someone will come into the live stream in the chat, and they'll say something that we addressed like years ago. And it's like, what are you talking about? That been addressed, that been debunked, and now you're here with the same argument. It's between that, and then you got mofos sliding through talking about, hey, they'll say something stupid like, well, for example, Deontay turned down $100 million. I'm like, Jesus Christ. How many live streams has BFTB done alone explaining that was not true, providing articles? We was like, yo, there's mad articles saying the man got up and left the meeting, and DAZN apologized for not having their business in order. They fumbled the ball. The information is out there. And someone will still pop up in one of our lives when we're talking about Deontay, and they'll say, well, he ducked $100 million. We're like, what are you talking? Oh my God. This is a game. Listen, here's what it is, man. These Johnny-come-latelys, you can tell who they are when they comment in the chats. They just started watching this sport like maybe 2 or 3 years ago. There was just flicking channels one day, and they saw one of these guys hitting the heavy bag, and I'm not kidding, they developed some sort of some attraction to the dude. I'm serious. They developed some sort of attraction to the dude. Hey, I like that. I kind of like boxing. What's he doing? I like how he talks. I like his abs. I want to work out and look like him. You know, I have a personal trainer. He said boxing is great cardio. Well, who is this guy hitting the bag? I want to move like that. I want to jump rope like that. You see him running on a treadmill? I want to do that. And they start following that fighter. It could be, oh, well, he's from my town. Or, oh, wait a minute. I know someone who knows someone who knows someone who knows someone who's related to him. Yeah. Let me go to YouTube and let me YouTube him. Oh, wow, look at that. Highlight reel after highlight reel, him knocking somebody out. And then they find one of our channels when we're talking about something that fighter did not do in what he's supposed to be doing. And they say, wait a minute, I could participate in this chat? And their first comment in defense of whoever I'm talking about that they developed this love affair with, what are you talking about? Ryan Garcia has fast hands and he'll beat whoever you're talking about. And that'll be their first comment on YouTube in our chat when we're laying down the law about whoever the fighter they fell in love with. And we're like, who are you? Get out. KD Sports, what up, man? Mo G, what's good? Demon in the building. And that's how it starts. I'm telling you. Mr. Shelton, salute. That's how it starts. Then you got to block them because, you know, we're trying to work here. We click live and we're talking about the sport in itself and these fighters, promoters, managers. Some of the people we speak about, we know personally, and then we got to stop 5 minutes for some asshole that just started watching this guy because he fell in love with him hitting the bag. Or he wants to hold him by the bag. Or he's smoking the bag. Meanwhile, they don't know they're being hustled. But don't worry, the bastard of magnetism is here. And I'm gonna point out facts and I'm gonna ask questions. This has become the WWE. So let's start with Shakur. Shakur. Good old Shakur. Oh, Drew, you gonna bully Shakur? No. I'm gonna ask questions. Shakur wants Tio at 140. Let that marinate for 2 seconds. Shakur wants Teofimo at 140. That's an actual conversation. Y'all already know where I'm gonna go with this, right? Y'all know where I'm gonna go with this. Y'all know where I'm gonna go with this. He's willing to go up to 140 for Teofimo Lopez. Wait a minute. Cassandra, salute. Wait a minute. Yeah. It's a good fight. It's a good fight. At 140, though? Can I ask y'all a question? Teofimo said his next fight is going to be in Honduras. That's what he wants to do. I don't know who's checking for him over there. I don't know. Maybe when he lands the plane, he'll give them something to celebrate. Maybe. I don't know. I can't speak on that. Hopefully so. How about that? Hopefully so. Hopefully that's a good idea. Hopefully that's a good move. The Sensei Stormy Beeman in the building. Hopefully that's a great move. But I gotta ask. Is he gonna make more money? Because I like talking about money, right? Is he gonna make more money fighting Tio, or would he have made more money with a bigger return on investment fighting Devin? Drained.
Whoa! What the that's kind of pretty before it gets started, ain't it? Oh, frog the money courting, he did ride Crambo. Frog the money courting, he did ride Crambo. What?
You see what I mean? You see why I would rather not talk about money and stuff like that. 100%, it always comes back and bites them in the ass. 100%. 100%. 100%, it comes back and bites them in the ass. God damn. His name was Bang Bang. That's gay in itself. Anyway, remember what I said about the Ritalin kids and the people looking for 2 seconds of fame and a lot of attention? Daddy hugged me. Either your daddy ain't hugged you enough growing up or he hugged you a little too much, you know? Pinky in the booty looking ass niggas, but whatever. That's how you handle it. Block, move on. But tell me, oh, wait. I'm sorry. This is how you handle it. Content creators, listen, your block game got to be strong.
Not today.
There you go. Now that we've taken the retard instead, you know, the teacher didn't come to class. The teacher called out sick, so they had to break up the special ed kids, and they had to put them in the regular class with the regular students who don't have a learning disability. And that was one that has a behavioral problem. Not the quiet ones that learn different. They're cool. That was one with a behavioral problem. One of those. So you stick them in the classroom, in the back, and say, yo, don't move, Tommy. Don't move. Just sit there. We're going to have to call security and put you in a straitjacket. We're trying to learn here. We're trying to have a conversation. So if you can't participate in a conversation like a normal adult, you got to, you got to leave. You got to leave. So that's how we do it. Nicholas, what up, bro? So what's going on with that? No one's going to talk about that now? There ain't any articles written about that? was a lot of movement in the last week, and I was just watching. And Shakur, that jumped out at me immediately. That jumped out immediately, didn't it? Now everyone say, "Oh, it's a great fight." It is. I like it. But let me ask you a question, Shakur, and let me ask the Shakur fans. I'm just curious. Do you think that Bob Arum is going to allow Shakur on his last fight out to fight Teofimo Lopez and ruin the bag? He came out Big Top Pee Wee. That was a Pee Wee Herman movie in the 80s. Creepy. Big Top Pee Wee. He came out and his performance was horrible. Why? Because Jermaine Ortiz had a style that notoriously troubles Teofimo Lopez. He can't do nothing with it. And I'm not clowning and firing shots. I don't need to do that. We all saw it. We all saw it. Teo was trying to walk Jermaine down, and he couldn't do it. I gave him about 3 rounds. And in that third round, I forgot which one. That's being generous. He did not win that fight. But unfortunately, the politics played a major part in that. Jermaine won the fight, but being that we know what boxing is, what he was supposed to do in rounds 10 through 12, he was supposed to stand there and exchange a little something and try and literally not try, but take the fight from him, flurry, scream at him, play to the crowd. He stayed disciplined the whole fight, and he won on my cards, but, business is business. Do you think that Bob Arum is going to allow, this is supposed to be Shakur's last fight, allegedly? You think he let him in there with Teofimo Lopez? And I heard some things about they had to give away tickets out in Vegas. Look, I don't know any of that. Honestly speaking, I'm not checking for any of that. I'm not checking for any of that. I leave Eric Jordan in the building, my brother. I'm not checking for any of that. It's the other people that check for that. When their favorite guy has a lackluster performance and they don't look good, what do they always talk about? They try and defend revenue generated, seat sales. Jose Diaz in the building. And I agree with you. When you're a champion, you're already down 3 rounds. As soon as you sign a contract, the fight was predetermined. Jermaine had to take the shit from him. He did enough to win the fight, but he was already down 3 rounds, bro. Come on, bro. 117, 111. And at the end, there's something Stormy pointed out. They done went to a commercial and everything else. What took the scorecard so long? You remember last time this happened? Big Texas in the building. You remember last time this happened? We had a conversation. We was like, why do scorecards have the same handwriting from 3 different people? And there was a response in the chat. They said, well, the scorecards are rewritten. Now, I'm not educated about any of that. I was just asking a question. I don't know. But I said, there's 3 grown men. Why are the handwriting the same? Were they rewritten? Why do they need to be rewritten? Is the handwriting that illegible? 10-9, 10-8, 10-7. It's numbers, for God's sakes. It's numbers. No one knows how to write a goddamn number? And why do they need to be rewritten? What is this? Listen, y'all don't know. This sport is dying. You're going to turn around, and I'm only going to be doing pep talk and bear cave. I'm not kidding. This is ridiculous. Y'all don't see this? Okay. So he didn't want Devin at 135. He didn't want a chance at undisputed. He didn't want his biggest payday because 25% wasn't enough. Right? Remember that? All right. So what was it? Pay-per-view, a shot at Undisputed with one fight. Devin was going to be drained. Right? Right? Remember that? Highest payday. And he said no. Tio looks like this. They ripped him for the De Los Santos fight. They didn't rip Jermaine Ortiz because Jermaine Ortiz didn't fight like Shakur versus De Los Santos. They're more accepting. Now I need you to pay attention, Shakur, because I'm about to say something. They are more accept. When I say they, I'm talking about the industry, the media. They are more accepting of Jermaine Ortiz's performance than they were of you versus De Los Santos. Think about what I'm just saying, y'all. Think about what I just said. They're more accepting of Jermaine Ortiz's performance than they are of you versus De Los Santos. Now take that how you want to take it. And now you're talking about you go to 140 to fight Teofimo Lopez. And now here's where the business bites you in the ass. You was going to reap more of a reward fighting Devin because you could have won that fight too. Drained? I was never comfortable with that. But if Devin wanted to do it, if he likes it, I love it. I was never comfortable with that. But you was going to reap more of a reward fighting Devin, win or lose, than you would have now that you're trying to go up to 140 or saying you're interested in going to 140 to fight Teofimo Lopez. Look at what happened since then. The Frank Martin situation, it just got ugly for you. It just got ugly for you. So I'm just pointing this out. Being hustled, bro. My brother, New York, forever, 777 in the building. He says, salute to my brother Drew in the chat. These judges are out of control. That's why I love what Wilder does. Take it out of corrupt judges' hands. Exactly. Exactly. Don't leave it in the judge's hands. That's where that's what it's come down to in spots, man. Let's move on, because that's Shakur. Because this is all in salute to you, my brother. Let's go to our good buddy Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia. Ryan. You playing around with Floyd, right? He takes you shopping. You know, he buys you some jewelry, slaps you on the butt and says, man, look, man, you don't need Devin right now. Go fight Royally, pick up that belt, and put Devin in a position where he has to, kowtow to you because you're Ryan Garcia and you got all those Instagram followers. And your bargaining chip will be greater. Yeah, it'll be greater, Floyd. And while he's with Floyd, he's cutting promos. You know, like how wrestlers cut the promo? So Ryan turns heel. I don't need Devin Haney. I'm gonna go fight Rollies. He looks over to Floyd. Floyd's like, yeah, I'm gonna go fight Rollies. Devin, I mean, he's not no star. But he only sells 30,000 pay-per-views. Okay, Ryan. You know what's interesting about that when he did that? You wanna know what's interesting? How many chats did we see? How many people did we see in the chat that laughed at that? Right? And said, good. Devin's not getting the Ryan fight. How many chats did we see that in? I'm like, wait a minute, what? It was Tank fans, and we're gonna get to Tank after this. Tank fans laughed that Devin wasn't getting a Ryan fight. Now, why do you think they laughed? Why do you think? I don't know why that was funny, but why do you think they were celebrating that? I don't know why they would celebrate that, but they did. I said, okay. I was cool with it. I said, all right, he don't want to fight. He just ducked Devin. That's just another person we could say, okay, look, he's ducking. Look. Easy fight to make. He chose not to make it. Those boys fought a week apart, y'all. Y'all remember that? Devin fought Regis, and then the next week Ryan fought. Devin was on pay-per-view. Now we know he did 135K. Ryan, I ain't have to pay for that. Levon, what up? We had brothers on the ground over there. Rod Neal was there. He said it's not sold out. Half the arena was closed off. The seats were hundreds of dollars cheaper. And he had a really good performance. I gave him that. And then he called out Devin. He's supposed to do that. So, you know, it's strange. Hold on. Y'all remember these cats was celebrating? Y'all remember these cats was celebrating? Oh, he's not getting the Ryan Garcia fight. Y'all remember that? You know what I love? Oh, he's fighting Tank's leftovers. Please, listen. It would behoove you guys to stay away from that kind of conversation if you don't know boxing. That's what I'm saying. A lot of you niggas just got here. Fighting someone's leftovers is probably the worst thing you could lean on in an argument. That's like the worst thing you can ever say. Don't ever use that. Don't ever use that. It's bad. Don't ever use that argument. If you don't know boxing, never use that argument. You're gonna look like a foolish mortal. Don't. It's boxing. Everybody's fighting everybody's leftovers. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. It's not good. It's never good. It's never good. Don't do it. But you remember all the Tank fans celebrating that Ryan pulled out of that fight? I said, wow, y'all celebrating this guy pulling out of a fight? Because you know why? They think it's going to hurt Devin's pockets. But here's the thing. The fight's now happening. And here's what I know. Rob, what up? I was just talking about you, good brother. T-Dog, what up? Here's the thing. Ryan is fighting Devin at the full 140 with no rehydration clause. Uh-oh. I remember Rolly Romero saying, you know, Tank like fighting people and weight draining them. Did he not weight drain Rolly? Did he not weight drain Ryan? I mean, listen, these are the fighters saying this. It's not me. I'm not saying anything. Don't get mad at me. They said it. Not me. I didn't say anything. That's them. I'm like, oh. I said, why all the games with the weight? Either you 135 or you 140. What's happening? So let's go to Tank. Let's go to Tank. How much is enough? Let's go to Tank and the Conor Ben situation. First and foremost, okay. Okay. Are y'all cool with the Conor Ben fight? Let me talk to the Tank fans. I know y'all here. Are y'all cool with the Conor Ben fight? Texas T, what up? Y'all cool with the Conor Ben fight? I'm talking to the Tank fans. It's safe in here today. I'm just asking questions. Are y'all cool with the Conor Ben fight? I'm just asking a question. Are you cool with the Conor Ben fight? Conor Ben, and here we go again with a Brit serving a suspension in their own country for drug use. And y'all cool with a Conor Ben fight? I mean, Tank has really put y'all in a bind. Every excuse that y'all made for this kid not to do something, in 2 seconds with his phone in Twitter, he has single-handedly messed y'all up. Single-handedly. Y'all already know where I'm going. How Devin was too big. Y'all said, oh, he rehydrated up to 165. First of all, I didn't know all of you mofos was at the weigh-in and looked at the scale. I didn't know that. Where'd you get that? Oh, I'm sorry. All of y'all are health experts. You can look and tell, you know, because he kind of filled out and, you know, you could look and tell. You know what I could look and tell? The OG Mr. Moss, salute. You know how I could look and tell? I could look and tell that every time Devin got on the scale, when he made weight at 135, I got nervous because he looked like Skeletor in the face. I said, man, how's he even smiling? I was nervous every time he fought at 135. I said, man, the young man, but he was, here's the word, y'all, he was professional enough to make the weight. How many times Devin missed weight? 0. How many times Tank missed weight? How many times Shakur missed weight? But these are the guys that, oh my God, man. Oh my God, man. I'm just looking at, look, am I lying? Is this hate or am I just asking questions? Can you make an excuse as to why Tank Davis missed weight? Can you make an excuse as to why Shakur Stevenson missed weight? I'm not firing shots this morning. I'm asking questions. Can you make an excuse as to why Tank Davis got to play games with weight and weight drain people? And then they back it up by saying, oh, that's how A-sides move. No. No. That is an absolute lie. That's a lie. That's a lie, y'all. Don't let them tell you that. Y'all didn't even know this term A-side and B-side until Floyd said that shit. And see, these new Johnny-come-lately fans, they think it's normalized. I'm telling you, Mansa Musa, my brother, what up? I'm telling you, this conversation about A-side and B-side, we weren't having this conversation about 15 years ago. And some of y'all, 15 years ago, some of y'all were children or babies. And I'm not being funny. I'm telling y'all, this era is an era. Things that y'all talking about right now is crazy. You know what this is? Back in the day, we bought a video game, we put the cartridge, because there were no CDs back then, in the system and we played it. Now, technology is as such where kids can make their own video games. Look on YouTube. They'll take a pre-made game and go in the game and switch it up and make the characters look different. And I said, man, that's brilliant. Big Block, what up? That's brilliant. Things have evolved and I understand that, but not all evolution is good. Not all evolution is good. Sure, we're humans. We're not living in caves and running from animals and, you know, barefoot with no clothes on or nothing like that. We've evolved. But what's the bad side? Chaz Bleak, what up? What's the bad side? Humans are messed up. and we messed up the planet. Global warming, you know, the ozone layer is all fucked up. Back in the day, around now, where we at, February 12th, in the 80s, February 12th, there'd be like 9 feet of snow on the ground out here. That was winter. I remember winter. Now it's like, if it snows twice this year, we're lucky. Shit has changed. So evolution is not always good. Sometimes it's messed up. So this, Trill Will, what up? So this A side, B side, y'all, we weren't having this conversation. That kind of talk is what's messing the sport up. Y'all don't get that. I'm hearing fans, Tay, what up? I'm hearing fans talking about, no, that fight's not ready. It should marinate. No! Do it now. Do you know if this kind of conversation was around in the 80s, Marvin Hagler doesn't fight John the Beast Mugabe. Do y'all know that? Boss Red, what up? Iron Levant, salute. Do y'all know that? Go look up where John the Beast Mugabe was in his career. And look where Marvin Hagler was the OG. He was on his way out. They'd have protected Mugabe. They'd have built him up. They'd have served him 5 bums a month. Highlight reel knockouts, and the conversation would have been, oh, he destroys Hagler. And his fan base would have did a better job keeping him away from Hagler, because the idea of him beating Hagler is sufficient enough to damn near put him in the Hall of Fame. And niggas would have been cool with that. Just like they're cool with this Tank conversation. They're always cool with it. When the reality is, the Mugabe fans would be 100% scared of Marvin Hagler. And look what happened. If y'all don't know, y'all listen, Mugabe was supposed to beat Hagler. He was heir to the throne. That dude was in there knocking over trees. John the Beast Mugabe. Go watch the highlight reels. Go listen to how they talked about him, and then watch the Hagler fight. Yeah, you next up? No, you fucked up by signing to fight me. I'm still Marvin Hagler. That's right. Go watch the fight. And understand, you see, some people just watch the fight, say, oh my God, that's Marvin Hagler. No. Y'all were not here leading up to that fight. I was a kid, but I was around. I remember. Go talk to Stormy about it. Marvin, that was supposed to be Marvin's, I'm telling you, that was supposed to be like his last fight. That was the fight that was supposed to be like, oh, well, you know, okay, well, you know, he's old and this is the new kid on the block. Okay, I understand. He was, no, that was not supposed to happen like that. Stop it, y'all. I'm telling you. And I say they didn't do that in the 80s. If the kid is ready, give it to him. If Boots say he's ready, give it to him. The just to digress on that for a minute, what's fucked up with Boots is that he's around at an awkward time. I'm not mad at Bud for moving how he's moving, because he's in his 30s and he got to get his bag. I understand it. Look, I understand it. I want to see him fight Boots, but I understand. And he's taking advantage of his star power. I get it. And right now, there's fights on the horizon for him that are more legacy defining than they are against Boots. If there was no one else there, I'd be like, nah, you got to fight Boots. But what would you rather do? Canelo or Boots? I mean, think about it. And I don't think Bud's going to go in there and lay down and lay an egg like how Jamel did. But that's another conversation. The OG Mr. Martin, that super chat, much love. He said either Tank don't have his ear to the streets and doesn't realize he contradicts everything his fan base is saying, or he just doesn't like his own fans. You know what it is, Mr. Martin? And I'm not saying this, Shogun, what up? DOG in the building. T-Dog, TJ Love. I'm not saying this to be a jerk. Yeah, Copper, you know what's up. I'm not saying this to be a jerk. Listen, man, Tank is slow. Tank is slow. And he just doesn't give a shit about what he does because his own fan base never holds him accountable. His fan base looks bad by standing in the pocket for him. Imagine, how could I say this? Starter kit, me too. Imagine Gerard Harlem in the building. Y'all ever had that friend that it's like you gotta back off of him like, God damn, man. I just said he could do A, B, C, and D, and he got out there and failed. You can't stand in the pocket for this dude. Y'all ever hooked y'all friend up with a girl and you spoke highly of him and he get in there and fucks it up in seconds? And shorty come back to you like, I thought you said your man. I'm like, Dig what I'm saying? Listen, Tank is slow. You hear this nigga talk? Let's just keep... Listen. Thank God. Listen, God works in mysterious ways. If Tank couldn't fight his ass off, where would he be? Where would he be? Listen, a lot of these athletes are not the sharpest knives in the drawer. They're not. That's God. They say, you know what? This kid is not a thinker. He's no brain surgeon. I don't even trust him to flip burgers at Burger King. I'm going to bless him with athletic ability. He's going to take off. You really want to put him on blast? Ask him his highest education achievement. Ask him. Ask Floyd his highest education achievement. But you can train someone to be good at, life, because a lot of the shit that we learn in school is bullshit. We don't use it in life. What I'm saying is some people are savants at certain things. And Tank is a phenomenal fighter. You never heard me say he's trash. You never heard me say Floyd is trash. She's just not right. He knows how money works because he was trained how money works. He understands the business. He might be what you call a savant. He don't know shit else. You ever knew someone that didn't know shit else, but they knew cars? Go under the hood and do this, and that. And it's like, yo, who told you how to do that? Yo, it just made sense. This tube goes over here and this tube goes over there. And then you bring it up. It's like, God damn. This motherfucker can't even spell his name. And his name is Bob. Spell Bob. 80 lowercase b. Nigga. But he could fix your car. He's a savant. Some of these dudes are savants when it comes to that. Michael Jordan wanted to play baseball. But we all know Michael Jordan, right? He wanted to play baseball when he was a kid. That's what he wanted to do. But he just grabbed the basketball and just... Look, man. Nope. That's... Nope. Some dudes are just great at what they do because they're just born to do it. It's like, yo, this dude wouldn't be doing anything else but this. What the fuck would Tank be doing? Think about it, y'all. And y'all think I'm fooling around. I'm not. There's certain people that are just born to do certain things. You just got in the game and it's like, word up. I heard Albert Einstein couldn't even tie his own shoes. I don't know if that's a joke or not. I'm like, what the fuck? He what? E = MC². How many of y'all don't even know what that means? Now let me get this straight. A nigga that couldn't tie his shoes came up with E equals MC squared? Are y'all, what the fuck, what? How many 7 foot tall niggas you know can't even dunk a basketball? Think about it. So when I see these Tank fans standing in the pocket for this dude who has single-handedly contradicted every argument you ever made for him in 7 days, and counting, our almighty law, salute. And counting, because he doesn't let you down, man. He just keeps on going. Conor Ben. That motherfucker stood on a scale and said, that shit said 171 pounds or 170 pounds. I said, oh man. Then he goes in there and has his performance, and now Tank is talking shit to him only because Conor Ben puts out his hit list and Tank wasn't on it. I mean, really think about that. And then he gets at him at 3:35 in the morning. He gets at Devin at 3:35 in the morning? And then you getting at Conor Ben because you're not on the list? I mean, really think about this. This doesn't look like the face of boxing. I've never seen Canelo do that. When Canelo's not in the ring, he's training and he keeps to himself. I'll give Canelo that much. You don't hear from him. He's not on Twitter. Yo, listen. Y'all want some reality? Y'all ain't gonna like this. Even if Canelo and Tank were neck and neck as far as pay-per-view sales and money, and you know what? You know why you still give it to Canelo? You know why you still give it to him? Canelo's a family man. Jeff Sparks, salute. Now we're gonna have to go through the behavior outside the ring. Canelo's a family man. Canelo's not on Twitter every 5 fucking minutes making a fool of himself. Yeah, Canelo's a drug cheat, but watch this. So is Conor Ben. Why are you trying to fight a drug cheat? And then that actually became a reality. Why is it that when Eddie Hearn hit you up, Big Cup of Joe, salute. Why is it that when Eddie Hearn hit you up in reference to the Haney fight, you flat out just told, he said, let's talk. You said no. You flat out said no, buddy. You said that. And I've had conversations with family. They're like, yo, you know, maybe he don't want, you know, Eddie Hearn in the mix, and that's just one more person they got to break the money up with. I understood that argument, but I said it's not that, because I know. Remember who I talked to. Remember, I always say that. Remember who I talked to. I said it's not that. Shepherd King, what up? It's not that, man. It's not that. This is a pump fake. This kid is scared of him. Because if it was easy work, remember, Devin been at 135 for 9 years. Told champ side, I don't know how long I could do this. Right? Mike 202, salute. D free in the building, salute. Told champ side that. Dr. Mark, salute. But later on, Devin been on fire in these streets at 135 for the last three and a half years. He been on fire in the streets. If he was easy work, I asked people, Tank is the man at 135. How the fuck did you allow anybody to get any belts anywhere in your division? How'd that happen? You're the man though, right? How'd that happen? You letting Teofimo move around freely, unchecked. George Cambozo moved around freely. You didn't even interject. Boss. You let Teofimo move around 135 unchecked. Cambosis came in. You didn't interject. I'm from the Bronx. It's easy. Devin had the WBC strap. You said nothing. There was a franchise status floating around there. You said nothing. You did nothing. Cadillac Red in the building. You did nothing. And then what happened? Devin becomes undisputed. He won it on foreign soil, defended it on foreign soil, came back and said, I want that Loma smoke. You didn't even interject with that. You could have stepped in at any time and said, no. This guy's been on my bumper for 4 years. Let me go get that. You didn't intervene with nothing. What did you do? Let me show you what Tank did. This is what Tank decided to do. Tank is the face of boxing. Now, all the Teofimo was working, George Kambosos was working, Vasily Lomachenko was working, Devin Haney was working, and this is what Tank gave you. He gave you Rolly Romero. He gave you Isak Cruz. That was when Rolly got postponed. Isak stepped in. Tank fucks around and makes him a star. He gave you Ryan Garcia, which ended in a knockout. Shout out to Sendi Batar. If I'm saying his last name wrong, I'm sorry. Ryan, are you okay? All right, now Ryan's about to fight Devin Haney, 100% healthy. No broken ribs or nothing. All right, at the full 140 and whatever they decide to rehydrate to. So in essence, Devin's getting a better Ryan Garcia, and then he gave you Hector Garcia. Mario Barros at 140, by the way. Oh, but Devin's too big at 140. He's in a whole new weight class. And Tank said he's not comfortable fighting at 135. Please shut up, because there's an interview. Smoking Talk, Baltimore in the building. MXC, salute. Cedric Taylor, what up? There's an interview that Champside did with him that completely contradicts what y'all was saying about him. He told Champside he'd go straight back to 140. He told him that. Go to his channel. That was after the Barrios fight. But y'all want to try and drag Devin for saying I'll go back to 135 for the right fight, but then he changed his mind. So everybody's allowed to change their mind but Devin. Shakur's allowed to duck Devin at 135. But now magically, he wants to go up to 140 for Teofimo Lopez. What? What? Devin makes Regis Prograis look like that. And then Tank comes out of left field and says they need to ban Snack. Go tell that to Bud and David Benavidez while you at it. Code 67, Xavier, what up? 88 Sports Talk, Big Cup of Joe, Louis Hinton, what up? See what I'm saying? What? Every time Tank talks, he makes y'all look a little bit more strange. Imagine defending what somebody says. PGH, what up? Imagine defending what somebody says and they come out and contradict it completely. When do y'all just pull away from this guy and just say, yo, look, I can't. Conor Ben? Ban Snack. But you trying to fight Conor Ben? Devin's too big, according to Ellaby. Right? But Ellaby was caught on a hot mic saying that Tank walks around at 160. Did y'all hear it? I heard it. I said, oh shit. Wow. Tank knocks out of heavyweights in sparring. You heard that? Oh. Yeah, LeVar, when Tank went to 140, Barrios was the easy pick. He didn't want to fight Josh Taylor. He didn't want to fight Regis Prograis. Because Regis Prograis knocks Tank out. Oh, wait, hold on. Y'all mad? Y'all mad? Go to 140 and make me a believer. Go fight Devin's leftovers. He won't do it. He has a track record of draining people. It's a track record. Now, listen. Y'all might not like what I'm saying about Tank. Call me a liar, though. Call me a liar. Do that. Call me a liar and prove I'm lying. Prove it. Everything I said about Tank is documented. It's documented. It's documented. I ain't got to lie on this kid. This is what he did. This is what he did. You guys are being hustled. And y'all don't mind. Tank fans, at this point, you got to just stop. You got to stop. This is why I don't take you guys seriously. It's the term is unbecoming. It's unbecoming. It's embarrassing. No Devin, because Devin was too big and he's on snack. Just those 2 points alone. He's too big and he's on snack. But Chase Connor Ben, who currently can't fight in his own country, popped dirty so bad he had to say that it was eggs. How much eggs did you eat, man? How much eggs did you consume to pop dirty? What the That's what we doing? That's what we doing? Tank fans? This is whatever. So let me accelerate this because I ain't got much time. I mentioned Canelo. Jaime Munguia is possible for Cinco de Mayo. Well, Cinco de Mayo weekend, but it's be May 4th. May the 4th be with you. Shout out to all my Star Wars heads. Jaime Munguia. Well, that's a turn of events. Jaime Munguia? Didn't this motherfucker say he don't want to fight Mexicans?
Whoa!
What the fuck?
Yes, salute. Didn't he say he don't want to fight Mexicans? Didn't he say that? Oh my God. Let that marinate. Let that marinate. Didn't he say that he doesn't want to fight Mexicans? Didn't he say that? Didn't he say that? Just checking. And I say this with no disrespect to Jaime Munguia, because a lot of people, again, Bert, what up? Sam Max, salute. A lot of people that just got here in this boxing talks that we had, that y'all are new to the YouTube stuff and y'all don't know, I would advise you guys to sit back and learn. And don't take our word for it. Do the research yourself. Jaime Munguia has been around for over a decade. I remember him calling out Triple G. That was like back in like 2014, 2015. And I remember the talk. I was still on Facebook at the time. They were like, nah, he ain't ready. And I said, you know what? You're right. I think Triple G stops him. And I'm not against him getting his shot at anything. I'm not against that. But right now, comparable to Boots, it's bad timing right now. And I ain't got no beef with Jaime Munguia. It's bad timing because David Benavidez is heir to the throne. But you're going to pick... Now, I like Munguia over Jamal Charlo for obvious reasons. But goddamn, man. No David Benavidez? Where's the justice for... Where's all the David Benavidez fans? Curious. What's the temperature like on the Latino channels? Are they screaming about this? Because it's funny. Every time Floyd Mayweather had somebody around his weight class, 40, 47, 54, even 60, why ain't Floyd doing this? Why ain't Floyd doing that? And we was like, damn, you want him to do everything? He wasn't undisputed. Now here's the thing. Yes, I could say I want Canelo to do everything. Why? He has 4 belts. He got 4 responsibilities. He has 4 number ones, and he got 4. Well, he got 4. Well, he got 3 mandatories, 2 or 3. I forget. I was just looking at it. I forget. So what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Y'all don't want him to do shit? Jaime Munguia or David Benavidez? Why isn't anyone screaming for David? Man, okay. I already know what I'm dealing with. Subriel Matias. Cancel that Liam Powell fight in Puerto Rico. Because right now, you should be laser focused on Teofimo Lopez because of that shit he said about the Boricuas. That's the fight to make right now. He's talking big shit. He just beat Jermaine Ortiz, technically. He beat him on paper. He didn't win that fight, but he beat him on paper. So he's trying to prove his word. Anthony Bolton, what up? And you are straight Puerto Rican. You're from the land. And what you need to do, all right, since you're not getting that Devin Haney work, you blew that. All right, you over it, I'm over it. What you need to do, motherfucker, all right, is you need to be on his bumper on Twitter right now. Right now. Calling him out his name, calling his wife out his name, calling his dad out his name, and say, yo, look, here's what we gonna do. Forget the Honduras fight. You ain't gonna sell no seats there. I was trying to fight in Puerto Rico. I'm canceling that. You say you from New York? You and I, the Saturday, the eve of the Puerto Rican Day Parade, Madison Square Garden, in the big room. And I'm telling you, the theater, the Hulu Theater won't be able to hold that. You have that fight in the big room in New York. You say you're from New York, right, Tio? Rep New York then. So I'm campaigning for that right now. Kamara, what up? Todd Swindler, what up? I want Teofimo Lopez versus Subriel Matias this summer in the big room. Madison Square Garden. You ain't got to go to Honduras, Teofimo. Subriel, you ain't got to go to Puerto Rico. Cancel those plans. Cancel Liam Powell. Stop that. Get Teofimo Lopez. And if you fight in New York, basically you're fighting in Puerto Rico. I'll say it again. If you fight in New York, you're basically fighting in Puerto Rico. I will go to that fight. I will go to that fight. That right there, that sales, you know, fuck around. Fuck around. That might, I don't know. You think that's a pay-per-view? Because Subriel, I think he's leaving PBC, and I think he's going to Matchroom. I don't know. I got to talk to people that are into stuff like that. You know, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, Shepherd King, we need to push that. I know I mentioned it before, but we really need to push that. Subriel Matias versus Teofimo Lopez, Madison Square Garden, the eve of the Puerto Rican Day Parade. Unless Teofimo's scared to back up his talk. Unless he's scared. Are the Matias fans, are they holding him accountable? The motherfucker done said some shit about Puerto Ricans. He got a win over Jermaine Ortiz, who's half Dominican, by the way. A salute to my Dominican brothers and sisters, too. I mean, come on. Levon says, I think Haney Matias is next. No. Haney's fighting Ryan, unless Ryan, you know, gets kicked in the feelings and he goes into another state of depression. You never know with that kid. So, yeah. Subriel versus Tio, Madison Square Garden, the eve of the Puerto Rican Day Parade. Subriel, what's good? Well, yeah. I'm pushing that. Because that fight makes sense. Everyone wants to talk about what fight makes sense. That fight makes sense. It's perfect. It's perfect. And guess what? That fight is for unification. They are both champions. It doesn't get any better than that. Slip the jab in the building, salute. It doesn't get any better than that. You understand? That fight sells seats. Okay, it sells seats. It sells seats. And it's for unification. The Hulu Theater can't hold that crowd. The eve of the Puerto Rican Day Parade. And you got Superel Matias versus Teofimo, who's been talking shit. Oh my God. Stop everything. Those two teams need to be talking right now. Stop it. But don't listen to me. I'm only a paying customer. Continue with these whack-ass storylines. Go ahead. Avoid the real. And when you turn around and Amazon Prime said, all right, you know, we done broke even. We done put up 300 million. We done made that back. We put up 300 mil. We only made 370 mil. And we've been in this shit for 4 years. Okay, boxing's done. When you turn around, there's no boxing. The real supporters like myself will be stuck on an island like, damn! And you riddling, chewing, Prozac inhaling kids will say, oh, well, I'm gonna go watch the UFC. Completely fuck us off. You're catering to the casuals and it's gonna kill you. Just like Marvel. I wore the Magneto helmet for a reason. You're catering to this woke culture and you're finding out the people that supported this thing and made it billions of dollars were the hardcore fans like myself who grew up with it since the 70s. I love seeing things that I watched as a kid manifested on a silver screen. Something to celebrate with the things they do with the CGI is amazing. Fresh, what up? It's amazing. And you did good, but now you're not doing right by me. Every time I turn around, you're sprinkling this woke culture on it. I don't care who's gay. I don't need to know that. I don't need to see girls kissing and, you know, men doing whatever it is. I don't need that in my superhero movies. I need to know how the hero stops the earth from being destroyed. That's it. I don't need to know that the character's gay while he's doing it. I don't need to know that. Hell, guess what? I didn't really care for a heterosexual love interest. I just want the hero to beat the bad guy. Can we get back to it? No. You gotta let us know how they coming with and how they coming and who they sleeping with. Leave that shit out of my entertainment. I don't care for it. But you cater to the culture that needs to know that they're here, they're queer. And then you look at your daily wrap-ups. When it's tax time, you say, yo, we lost 300 million? How'd we do that? You know why? Because the people that really supported you stayed home. We stayed home. We skipped it. We stopped watching it. Leave the feminist crap away from me. I don't need to hear it. I don't need to see it. Keep all that talk away from me. And the same ideology is now in boxing. They're selling us storylines rather than letting the best fight the best. All of these men, with the exception of my dumb ass with the Magneto helmet in this picture, are talented boxers. They're talented. I know people think that this is a diss video. It's not. I think the least talented on the screen is Ryan Garcia. But everything is jumbled up. Why is Shakur beefing with Teofimo? Why is Teofimo beefing with Bud? Why is Tank pursuing Conor Ben? Why is Canelo pursuing, possibly entertaining Jaime Munguia? And what the fuck is Ryan even breathing for? When boxing is dead the next 2 to 5 years, do not cry about it. I got shit to do. I got a lot to talk about. Well, pep talk tonight. Me and Stormy going to do a Nerds on Culture. 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Pep talk 10:30 p.m. tonight. Salute to everybody in the Venmo, the Zeta, Cash App, the Super Chat. I got to bust a move, man. Bronx on deck.
Move!
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.